Okay, so update on the server. So I've got, what have I done? Well, put in some more stuff, but let's just kind of, for the new people, let's just kind of go over everything. There is a dockyard here. This is the town you spawn at. We're still working on this town, but the dockyard is set up for all different sizes of boats. We've got some players that are working pretty hard on various different roads. I have not done anything with the roads outside of this this deed. So let's start over here. As you can see, there's an announcement for all logins and logouts. So you can come in this gate here, and you can, it's another view of the dockyard. There's a little ramp coming down. The ramp is for both sides, so it doesn't matter which dockport you pull your boat up to. You come up, there's another entrance right here in the center. But coming through here, I have no idea what I'm going to put here yet. The town is actively being built. This is Amethyst Center. These will be farm plots that will be open for anyone to plant, harvest, and practice their farming. We have archery, target practice here. This is 20 feet for the longbows, 10 feet for the next style bow, and 5 feet, or excuse me, 5 tiles, 5 meters, whatever, for short bows. I think these are recurve or something like that. But anyway, there's 3 different types of bows. The slate markers are the optimal distance. Now that doesn't mean you can't use a short bow from here, but it's not optimal for damage. So you're going to want to use short bow up here for optimal amount of damage. That also gives you a little bit of practice. We'll come down here on the ground. So if I'm going to use a short bow, I'm going to want to be within this square. And that gives you an idea of the distance between you and your target, as far as like the creature you're trying to shoot or whatever, for optimal amount of damage. If you go way back here, again, that was 5. This is 10. You see your target is a bit smaller, so it's it's not going to be as optimal for a short bow, but that tells you, it gives you a visual idea of if you're using um, a specific type of bow, what it's going to look like. And if we come all the way back here to the 20 tile spot, that's the optimal distance for a longbow. So a short bow, if you can even hit that, I'm not sure that you can even hit that with a short bow, but if you can, that's pretty small target, so you're probably not going to get a whole lot of damage. I have not done a whole lot with archery on any of my characters, so um, we're just I can't give you specifics on it yet. I will be doing more, but that'll be a different video. Combat dummies are also in. I don't think. Yeah, doesn't need repairing. So I'll go through and periodically repair the different combat dummies. So if you see one that's broken, just let me know. I'll come and fix it. But it might be a few minutes before I can, or the next day or whatever. So just use a different one. Everything is set up so that you can practice your repairing and improving skills as well. You're not really going to be able to improve anything because these are um, so that's quality level 99. They're super high, but you can try to repair them, provided they're not completely broken. Next is the fishing pond, and apparently swimming for the guards. There's another one going into the water now. So maybe they needed to take a dip. I don't know. Um, so you have the deeper area over here. This is, I believe, 25. Let me see. Oops, that's not going to tell me. Yeah, it's not going to give me the specifics on that. Oh, surface negative 25. Yeah, so that's 25 deep. And it goes all the way up to shallows. So you got different types of fish depending on what you're going to fish in here. And as always, any water, any dirt you can drink from, provided you need. This is considered freshwater because it's not connected to the ocean. I have put in some lighting. I have not finished that yet, but there is some lighting that shows up at nighttime. This is actually during the day. I put in a bit of a tree belt. Excuse me. And I'll try to continue to maintain that. I may end up switching that out for hedges. I'm currently working on the forge house. I didn't like the design I had before, so I'm redoing the entire design. But this will be open forges, and I'll have bulk storage bins in there. Bulk storage bins, and we'll discuss it again when we get over to the cookhouse. Um, the things like the larders and the food storage bins and whatnot are open for the public. That means if you have extra stuff that you don't need, you're not looking at trying to sell it or whatever, just extra materials, and you want to help somebody out, you can leave it there. It's going to decay a lot slower on the deed if it decays at all. That means if a new player comes on and needs some materials or whatever, this deed is completely open and neutral for everyone to come in and be able to trade off materials and whatnot to help each other out. That's kind of the whole purpose of the server. It's not to come on. This is not a PvP server. This is PvE. Um, so we're basically all humans fighting against all manner of creatures. Um, this is new player friendly, so you're not going to find like the wyverns and the the hell scorpions and all that stuff here. I will probably end up making a second server that's connected as a neighboring server, so you'll be able to sail to the other server, which will not be new player friendly if I put that in. Stables. Oh, anyway, yeah, so I'm going to be putting in bulk storage bins, excuse me, in the forges, and need to backtrack a second. I may end up putting in bulk storage bins here at the mine as well. As you can see, this mine is for everyone and is not maintained by the GMs. The mine is public. It's a privilege, not a right. Therefore, I've opened this up for everyone to be able to use. This is not on the deed. So it's not going to be maintained. I may go in and put more reinforced flooring in or whatnot, but you're welcome to do that as well. This is a public mine. That means everyone has equal rights here. If you're causing drama, I'm going to hear about it, and it's not going to go well. So please don't do that. Let's just keep this a friendly environment. Amethyst Center. public mine, just so you know where you're at. But let's go inside here real quick, see what's been going on here. I actually haven't been in here for a while. That's an iron vein right off the get. So nobody's mined that way. That's sandstone. Yeah, so there hasn't been a whole lot of work in here yet. This is what I did just to start it off with, but you're all welcome to use it as well. All right, let's get back in here. We'll go the stables, open stables. Every one has an opening fence and plenty of room to turn around if you have carts. This is enchanted grass. It's not going to go away. So your horse will not age, or your ox or cow or whatever animal you've got as a beast of burden will not age. My horse is in here, but it gives them plenty of good feed, so you don't have to even worry about feeding the horse. While they're on a grass tile of any kind, they will eat on their own, even if they're hitched to a cart. Okay, so all of them are open on the outside. Plenty of room to turn around. There's a gate on the inside if you want to shift through to the opposite side, cut through, whatever. Or if you come through this center way, you can actually, because I've tried it, you can actually come in, trigger a gate, and pull in, and the gate will close behind you, and then disembark, and you can still come out, and it'll actually be facing the right direction for you, or you can make the U-turn, whatever you want to do. Very negotiable. I've been putting in these braziers at the entrances to different buildings so that and they do light up at night automatically. Same with the lamps, they light automatically. But this is the braziers are indicators of building entrances. The inn is now in, but before we get to that, those fountains also are all working. As you can see, they're spraying water. They are always full of fresh water, so you can take a drink there. More braziers, which come to the inn. And it's kind of barren at the moment. We haven't gotten around to doing a whole lot, but the jewel board is now inside the inn. So if you're low on food, nutrients, and you happen to be in town, right click, go to Taste Jewel Board. It'll fill up all your stats. You're good to go. That will remain there. That's not going to go away. It's the only one on the server. I will not be placing anywhere else. Oh, I did forget the rooms. So the room doors are not locked. You can come in. You can check into a bed. Let me take the wand off. Okay, so go to the bed. You can sleep in the bed, but these ones cost 10 iron. Each bed has different fee. Because I own them all, it just allows me to set prices, but you'll see the menu is going to look a little different for you. These are slightly better beds. They cost a little bit more. Same with that center room. The 4 outside rooms are the straw beds. So if you're looking for a little more luxury, you can use the inner beds. You can also come up to the second floor here. There's more rooms up here with better beds. No, the quality of the bed does not matter. I did do some research on that, and the quality of the bed doesn't matter. It's just a matter of what you prefer. These are slightly less quality than the other ones. So the two, when you come off the stairs on the second floor, the two in the center are the lower quality. The two on the sides over there, as well as over there, are slightly better. And it's more so for aesthetics. But the price does increase, the better the quality. If somebody is currently sleeping in a bed, you will not be able to use that bed, just so everyone's aware. And then you have the highest quality up here. So it just gives you an example of what the different quality beds are that you can make. There is not a bed in Corey's room. She is my other GM, but I figure I'd give you a little bit of a tour of her apartment. If she decides to use it over here, she's working. Okay, she's got her own balcony and everything. But if she's working um, in the new player town, Amethyst Center, that's her room, and it does have a lock on it. You won't be able to get in. There's my bed. So I'm just kind of giving you guys a tour of what my room looks like. There's a little landing. Another floor here. So I kind of have a bit of an overlook. And again, nothing's been decorated. I've been focusing on a lot of other stuff lately. And then we come up to the top floor, which does not have a roof. And I can put like farm planters or whatever up here if I choose or whatever, but it gives me a full view pretty much of the entire town. So I can see whatever's going on from pretty much any angle if I decide to be up here, which probably won't be that often, but if I want to. Okay, let's go over to the cookhouse. Oh, come on. Thank you. So I have the ovens in that are usable, the larders for prepared food, the food storage bins for the raw food. All are accessible. You can leave raw food in any of the larders. In any of the food storage bins. You can leave cooked food in the larders. The larders do not have snowballs in them, so the food will still decay. Cooked food does decay in larders, so if you want, um, to preserve, then you need to go to the mountaintops and get some snow and bring it back or whatever. Um, but it does make for a spot if you need to trade cooked food to an alt, for example, and don't want to go back to your um, your own deed because you happen to be working here and your alt is over here. You can put cooked food in the larder and give it to the alt, or if your alt is the one that's in charge of the personal merchants or whatever, um, then you can do it that way. More farms over here. Okay, we'll go to the last building over here. This is going to be the crafting merchant house. And I haven't shown you guys this yet, but there's going to be different craft merchants in here for um, buyers and sellers. So like for the forge, blacksmithing and whatnot, there'll be a couple of merchants up in here. For cooking, there'll be a couple of merchants over here or what have you. And then the marketplace. These are open market stalls for anyone to use. So you can buy and sell at the marketplace. My buyers still are not set up yet. I'm still working on that. Like I said, I've got a lot of things going on, but this is one of the buyers. So if you go to trade, he has nothing that he will buy or sell just yet, but I will get those set up. There's another one across the way there. Um, there's another trader back here, and then tool merchant um, that'll buy and sell different tools there, but he's not set up either. So don't worry about these guys just yet. I'll let you know when they're ready to go. The house in front of the marketplace has the actual trader in it. This guy will buy stuff. He is a generic uh, NPC trader. So this is the guy that normally spawns in. Um, he has the tuning fork, magical chest, sleep powder, blah blah blah. So all of that normal stuff is on here. This guy will buy your stuff. Um, he's already set up, but he will also be disappearing once I get the other ones set up and running. I don't know what I'm going to put in this building just yet, but that's where you'll find him at. And then over in this building are the bankers. So if you're away from your deed and you need to get coin out, withdraw from your bank at your deed from your settlement token, you can use any of the buyers, or I'm sorry, any of the bankers. Um, so bank, manage, withdraw, move account. So you can move your account to a different deed. But basically, you're going to want to hit the withdrawal so you can withdraw money to be able to buy from other players. That amount is just a generic amount that I've got in my bank. As alpha, I don't need money. I can basically literally summon anything I need. So I'm not even worried about it. That's not money I use. That's just money that's in there in case I need it to help others out or whatever in some capacity. So that is, and there's more farm plots on this side. There's still going to be more being put in, but I haven't gotten there yet. I've been doing a lot of other stuff. There's the gate for the ports. So you'll go up this ramp and come back to the gate, or you'll go up this ramp and come back to the gate, or you can just go in this side and there's another gate on this side. So if you choose to just kind of go along and back in, that's fine too. It doesn't matter. Those gates are open. You can even walk all the way around and come in the back gate by the mine. That part doesn't matter. We'll go over here real quick and take a look. So it looks like he's using cobblestone, or she, whoever's building this is using cobblestone to make another road. I encourage that. If you think there needs to be a road put in a road. You don't have to ask for permission. You're not going to get paid for it either, but it's the satisfaction of knowing that you did it. And then somebody else later on can come by with higher skill and improve it, or change um, the layout slightly, or what it's a community effort. There is a settlement down here. There's another one further down. There's a settlement on this side. Let me see if I can get this map up real quick. Let me do a quick update on it, and I'll show you the map here. Maybe. There we go. So we'll zoom out. So it looks like there's a new settlement down here. These are the three that I was saying was right near Amethyst Center. There's another one right here. I did go ahead and put in some rivers to connect um, the lakes to to the ocean. Excuse me. So you can sail. Man, you can sail from say here, this deed, all the way around, come in through the rivers. Doesn't matter what size boat you're using, all the way to the capital city. So you can literally go from the outside of the map to the dead center of the map in a boat. There's a little channel between these two. There's a canal connecting these lakes, and then that's an independent lake. This is an independent lake, so that's all freshwater. And then there is another river that comes through here, connecting this lake to the outside. So if you decide to make a deed on this lake, um, then you don't have to cross the mountains. You can. There isn't a road yet, but you can literally sail from this particular deed down, around, and into town squares or the town center as well. These lakes are independent. There is snow on the mountain peaks, and I mean it's a bit of a trek, but you can definitely get snow from here, bring it back down, and put it in the larder if you want. It's not that difficult. It is a little difficult. Um, you're gonna have to use your climb skills, and you're gonna have a pretty significant skill in climbing to be able to make it. But it can be done. Um, all right, so let's go to. We're gonna switch over here. Maybe. And we're gonna take a look. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I mentioned in the last video that we were going to go over the different mods real quick, so you guys knew what mods were actually in this or on this server. So we're going to do that real quick. Switch back. Okay. So not every folder actually is running. Announcers running. That's what tells us who logs in, who logs out, including the GMs. Everyone that logs in, everyone that logs out is announced. So there's no secrets, no surprises. If one of the GMs logs in and you know who the GMs are, it's me and Corey. Mine is the alpha, and then Corey is my partner. Either one of us logs in on those two accounts. Those are the GM accounts. Nobody else is a GM. You don't have to worry about it. Um, we're the only two. And then any of the players that log in, so that everyone can say hi or chit chat, whatever. The bag of holding has been shut off. I don't remember what action demo is. I'll have to look that one up. I believe that is the timer fix for some of the actions, but I'm not 100% certain because some of the action timers are just really wonky. They take forever. And I wanted to fix that, and there is a mod for that. So I think that's what that is, but I don't quote me on it. I'll look into it and we'll get back to it. Bag of holding is not functioning. It's not on. It's just currently disabled. The bankers are in. Bulk separated is in. So if you have bulk storage containers or whatnot, it actually separates by quality level. It's a little more annoying, but at the same time, you don't accidentally put in a quality level 100 in a stack of quality level 10 stuff, and now it just gives you the average, and everything becomes that average. This keeps similar quality levels as similar quality levels and separates it into different piles for you. The buyer merchants, the Christmas mod is not in. It says it is, but it's disabled. Creature age mod is in, but it's disabled. That just sets it so that for gestation and breeding and all that stuff, and then the uh, ages of the creatures. And I didn't want to mess around with that, but it's one of the default ones that came with it. So with the mod pack, custom NPCs has to be in for the custom traders. So the custom traders, the custom buyers or buyer merchants, and the bankers all work on that custom NPC. Delivery contracts are in, but they're not set up yet. Eventually, I'll have that set up. Dig to ground. That means that the dirt will not automatically go in your inventory, but um, that can be a little complicated as well if you're used to it just being put in your inventory. Now, I am still getting messages saying that, um, when I'm like specifically when I'm leveling, it says you can't carry anymore. So I don't know that it actually works for that because leveling may work on a different mechanic. Um, so if you already have dirt or you're already exceeding your weight limit, that may still pop that message up. Just be prepared. But typically, when you actually dig, it just puts it in a pile on the ground instead of automatically putting it in your inventory. Harvest Helper and Crop Mod are both kind of one. They're not one and the same. They're both for farming. Um, Harvest Helper, you can type slash seasons. That's with a second S, SEASONS, with the / before it, and it'll tell you what's coming up. It also tells you when you first log in what's about to come into season or what have you for the different crops that are available, or not crops. I'm sorry, for the different harvestables. So like blueberries, or blueberries, raspberries, oranges, apples, those sorts of things. That'll tell you what's coming into season. HTTP server, not configured. There's a lot involved with that. So that may come in later, but that's not configured. Inbreed warnings is not configured, so I don't know if that's actually working or not. It's still set at default. Increase merchants items is in, and it is configured, so merchants can now carry more than 50 items. I believe I've got it set to 1,000. And that goes right along with the merchant cap. The two of them work together. They are two different mods, but one of them works for the personal merchants. The other one works for the NPC merchants. So, but they both work together. Script runner is not configured. Or actually, I'm sorry, it is configured, and the only script that's actually running on it right now, I will show you because that it does come into play, and it is a pertinent thing. So if we go back in here and we open up the cookbook, every recipe is listed. So you no longer have to guess. You don't have to go out and hopefully find a creature that has a 0.01% chance of dropping a specific recipe or a random recipe, you don't have to worry about that. Those are already in. All of the recipes for anything you can make on this server are all in here. And you can open up any one of them. It tells you what the cookers are, what the containers are, mandatory items, and then one or more of these other items. So you can add those things in. That's just for this particular recipe, but we can go to something like vegetable casserole. It's hot food cooking, requires a campfire or oven and a saucepan, requires water, and then flour. It tells you how to make the flour. Use milling with a grindstone, any cereal grain. Okay, so wheat um, is one of them that um, just that comes top of my head. um, I haven't gotten a whole lot into cooking, so I can't be more specific on that. If you have more questions, go to Wurmpedia. Yeah, it's for Wurm Online. It's not accurate for Wurm Unlimited anymore, but it'll give you an idea of what you need. Um, I say it's not accurate because there's a lot of things that I've tried using it for how many of these ingredients do I need to build this particular item? And it says one thing, and then I find out in Unlimited, it's actually a different amount. Um, not everything, but some things. So don't rely on it too heavily, but use it as a guideline. So if you're going to make like vanilla ice cream, for example, you need your hand. That is right here. So it's in your character thing. You just right click. Oh, no, that's right. In the build window, you can add your hand. I apologize. So you can add your hand right in there. And then you need a pottery bowl, snowball, bison cream, which is bison milk, and a spoon, cow cream, which is milk and a spoon, or sheep cream, which is sheep milk and a spoon. Don't ask me how to get milk. That's a completely different video. I'm just kind of covering the basics of the different things that are in here, but all the recipes are there. Okay, let's go back to this. So that was Script Runner. Server Fixes is not in. Um, the server map is not in. Those are for map packs, and I don't have the map packs running, which is the next one. Um, that requires the clients to have the client side mod loader as well, so that they can download the server packs with the maps to get a live map like this one in game, instead of, let me switch back over, instead of hitting the M button and getting this nonsense here. It would have the actual server map up here, but a lot of players don't want to deal with adding mods and whatnot into their client, so that's just not going to fly so well. You have to have the client side mod in order to get the download packs, and it's a hassle to set it up for just a few people. Eventually I will, but it's not a priority right now. Set height is a GM thing. The spell mod, I don't remember. I believe, yeah, this allows for there not to be any priest restrictions or what have you. If you need more information on that one, go ahead and pause the video and take a look at that. But that's priest mod is in, or I'm sorry, spell mod is in, and it removes the priest restrictions on this server. So if you want to be a priest, you don't have to worry about your, oh, well, my deity says I can't dig, or mine says I can't do carpentry or whatever. I've removed that. I think that's just a silly rule. Um, it does add for some role play aspect, but it means you're forced to have alts, and I don't like being forced to have an alt just to be able to do other things. Um, I like having one or two characters that they're not restricted. They're allowed to do whatever they want. One GM, one player, maybe my Iron Man player as well. You know, or just the Iron Man. I haven't decided yet. Right now, it's just my GM. And then, oh, there's the timer fix. That's for the action timer. So I don't remember what action demo is. That might be something else. And then the tool purchaser, which is that other merchant that I was showing you. So that is it for the mods that are on the server. I may add a few others at some point, but right now that's all I'm putting in. Here is your nighttime view. So we'll get back down here on the ground. Did I? 1, 2, no. Okay, those are spaced right. So as you can see, the lighting is in. You can see that the front of the inn is well lit with these braziers. Distance rendering will still cause it to look light until you get closer. But here's the town center. This settlement token is literally positioned at the dead center of the map. So this is a 4K map, which is 4096 tiles by 4096. This is sitting at 2048 by 2048. So it's literally sitting at the center of the map. We'll go over here so you guys can see this. This is not lit very well. Oh, oh, come on. Turn off, turn off. Let's try that again. There we go. This is what a player is going to see. And it's not midnight or anything. It's just, it's cresting dusk. So it's not super dark yet, but you can still see the sun is still shining on the trees and whatnot from a distance. But if you come in here, there's lights here at the pond. And I'm going slow because I am down on water. So I got to get a drink anyway. Oh, excuse me. More coffee. My action timers, or my stamina is way down. And I'm carrying an excessive amount of weight. You want to see? Let me open this up so you guys can see, and we'll move. Oh, I can't. I can do collapse that. 17,000. And that may not actually be correct either. So let's go here and get 17,313 kilograms. And it's because I have all of this stuff that I'm working with to try to put down. And as a GM, I am not limited to weight. But this is the oil barrel that contains all of the olive oil for the lamps as I'm putting them in. Okay, so we need to go this way. There is one other thing. Stop that. So back here on this back row, I did put in the barrels for full of olive oil so the guards can keep the lamps filled and lit. That is a feature in Wurm. That is not something that's GM specific. You can build a large, or you can craft one of these barrels, and there's other things that you can put it in as well. But you can craft one of these barrels. You can put fill it up with olive oil or whatever. And if you have Templar guards on your deed and lamps that take oil, once they're filled the first time and lit the first time, then from that point on, as long as your settlement upkeep is paid, and as long as there's oil in that cask, your Templar guards will just come around and relight them at night. You don't ever have to worry about turning them on, shutting them off. You just have to worry about making sure that everything's filled. So as you can see, it goes all the way down to the end. I don't know. Oh, it does not quite go to the end yet. So that's where I stopped with the lamps because I have more buildings to put in here. But there's a better view of the braziers. So from the ground level, they're just, they're just decoration basically, but it's a way to indicate where doorways are and so forth. That's different than the lamps. I will be putting lamps in here, but I don't think I'm going to need too many, specifically because if you're working from an oven, that's going to cast light anyway. And if there's multiple people working from multiple ovens, those are all going to cast light. So, and then I have a few lamps up here too, so I can see. Oh, good gravy, the chop. I don't know what happened there, but I ended up with some pretty massive chop. Ugh, there we go. So from up here, see, I've got light up here regardless. So whatever I want to do here. But the whole town's center is lit up. Walkways are lit up. I'm putting in more lamps because, like, that walkway isn't, the archery range isn't, combat and all that stuff. Obviously, the marketplace is not lit yet. So there's a lot of work going in, but so far that's what we got. That is the server news at the moment. There are, let me take a quick look here. Currently 3 people logged in playing on the server, and we have not quite 40 accounts, or I should say not quite 40 tunes um, that have logged in. So it is only not even a month old. Oh, and this is the recruitment boards as well. I forgot that. So you can come here and you can say, okay, I want to create a recruitment ad, and it'll be removed after 60 days, but you can post an ad for other people to join your settlement. So if you want people to go to your settlement, it's an open invitation. There's one at every entrance, except the one back here at the mine. I haven't put one in back there, but I will. So there will be one at every entrance. And then, of course, the rose bushes in between. This is fully gated off or fenced off. There's no gate into that area, so the roses can't be picked. But anyway, that's all we have for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed and it was informative. Let me know what other features you guys are looking for. I've still got to put in a pottery house back here and a loom area. I've still got to put in livestock pens and all that stuff, but there's plenty of room to still work. I'm going to be putting in housing specifically for citizens of the deed. There are currently none. I have not invited anyone. This is all just what I've personally done in here. And yes, I have the magic wand, so I can do a lot with very little in a very short amount of time. But I will be putting in, like, for instance, I might put in player housing here for citizens, livestock pens in here, and then the pottery and loom will be over here in the crafting quarter. I may put some more livestock over here and across the back to kind of ring the marketplace, but each quarter has its purpose. And I'm trying to kind of keep it to that. And then anything you don't find in the town, you can still build on your own on your settlement. You can actually purchase, in case anybody's curious, for the marketplace. You can come here to this guy for now and go trade. And it is the personal merchant contract right here. You can purchase that for 10 silver, it looks like, and have your own merchant. And then once you have one, you come out and you go down here, you pick a stall. So we'll just use this one for example. I did not just buy one. So, and then you stand in this area inside the stall, open your inventory, you right click on that contract, and you can manage merchants and basically put your merchant in a stall, and then you can load them up with gear. But that's going to be it. Hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next one.